Today we're going to be replacing the front struts on the 2011 Buick Lucerne. This is the same process on the Lucerne from the years of 2006 to 2011, and likewise on the Cadillac DTS. To get started, jack the vehicle up, make sure you put some good quality jack stands underneath there, then we'll remove the wheel and it's going to be a 19 mil. Then remove the two 10 mil bolts holding the ABS sensor over here and also the brake line onto the strut. Then put a jack or a jack stand underneath the control arm to help support this so you don't have pressure on that axle there. Then we're going to remove these two strut bolts here. So this is going to be a 24 mil and that's a 21. Then we'll go up top and we'll also remove those as well. And what I typically do here is once you get those loosened up, just make that nut flush on the end there. Then we'll gently tap it out with the hammer. Then we're going to remove the 315 mil bolts up here and just make sure you're holding on to the strut down there so it doesn't fall out of the vehicle. And typically what I do here is just loosen up two of them, then leave the last one there so you're able to get your hand down there before it falls out. Now that we have our old strut assembly out, I'm going to be putting it in my spring compressor tool here. Now if you don't have one of these, you can always use some of those auto parts store, those little spring compressors, but you need to be very careful with those because those are actually pretty dangerous. And if you have some local shops around you, sometimes you can bring strut assemblies in there. They'll compress the springs for you and get your new ones installed in your spring for relatively cheap, maybe 50 bucks. Or you can also just buy a Quick-Strut. Essentially all that means is you're going to get a new spring, strut, and everything, and it's all assembled. So all you got to do is remove the old one, put the new one in there, and that's all you have to do. But if you're curious on how one of these tools work, I'll show you how I use this to get this strut removed out of this spring. Alright, so now that we have our strut assembly in there and that everything's secured, now we'll go ahead and we'll compress the tool here. And you'll know when you got it compressed enough once this strut mount easily rotates on the top here. Alright, so that should be good enough. So we'll go ahead and we'll loosen up this nut on the top, and then we'll hold our strut assembly on the bottom so it doesn't fall out. And it looks like this is going to be a 24 mil on the top here. And sometimes this strut will spin in here. If so, you're going to have to make sure you use a Torx bit there. We'll see what happens here. Sometimes you get lucky and they come off. And you can remove the strut mount on the top. Then we'll install our new mount on here. And just pay attention to how you remove it. You want to make sure you have it lined up the exact same way. And on this version here, you're going to have these two notches. It just needs to go in the middle on the mount. Then we'll set it in place. Then we'll thread our strut underneath and we'll tighten up our bolt. Alright, so once you get it on there initially, it's going to probably start spinning. So it looks like we're going to have to get a 6 mil hex in there, then we'll finish tightening it up. And the torque on this is going to be 55 foot-pounds. And just make sure when you're doing this that everything is lined up. So if you remember when we removed it, we had it straight on here. So you're going to line this down here to the bottom of your strut. Once it looks good, then finish tightening it up. Alright, so that should be good. So we'll do one final look here. It looks good. So we'll go ahead and we'll release our spring tool here. After you get this one complete, then just do a quick comparison against the strut on the other side. Once they look good there, then just repeat the same process for the other strut. Once you get both of them compressed, and we'll go ahead and we'll install them on the vehicle. Moving on to the install. So just push this through. Then once you get it up through the top, then you can just thread a couple of those bolts in there just to hold it in place. Once you get it lined up, then we'll tighten everything up. Then when you're getting these bolts threaded in here, you want to try to line that knuckle up as close as possible to what it was when you removed it, so it doesn't throw your alignment off too much. With that said, once you're done with this, it's typically best at still doing alignment, but as long as you get it lined up to remotely where it was before, it shouldn't be too bad. Then once you get it lined up where you want it, then gently tap these in. Then we're going to tighten these down to 108 foot-pounds. Alright, so there's the 108 on both of those. And just pay attention when you're putting those bolts in there. There's a threaded side over here on the side of the bolt. You need to align it with the threaded side on the knuckle. And that's what keeps that in place for your alignment. Once it gets pushed through there, that's what prevents that from spinning. Once that looks good, then we'll retighten both of these brackets on the side. Then do the same thing over here. Then come up top and tighten these three as well, and these are going to be 35 foot-pounds. Alright, so there's the 35. Then just come down here and do one final check. Just make sure everything's tightened up and these hoses and these sensor wires are out of the way. Once you're done on this side, then repeat the same thing on the other side. Once you're done over there, then you completed your job here. So hopefully this video helped you out if you're curious on what you had to do on this vehicle to get the struts replaced. I see a lot of people spending $1,000, $2,000 on struts and shocks. There's really no reason you need to do that. You can very easily do this yourself at home. Just keep in mind earlier what I said about these springs. If you don't have a spring compressor, you can always just get the Quick-Strut. It'll save you some time in order to get this installed. Once you get the old one out, put the new one in, and you can complete your job here. So hopefully this video helped you out. If it did, please give me the thumbs up. If you're interested in more content like this, please hit that subscribe. But again, I hope this helped you out. Thanks for watching.